Hello, all of my beautiful Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign friends. I am High Priestess LaChon Devi with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your June 2018 Love and Romance reading. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who have thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. I appreciate the support from you all. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you could do so at my website, POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app if you have an iPhone or an iPad, because it is available through iOS, or if you have a friend with an iPhone or an iPad. The link for that is www.instantgo.com/PowerLifeHypnosis. So you can send me a text message, we can do a video chat or a phone reading as well. I will respond within 24 hours to all messages. If you are single and you would like to know who your future long-term partner is, including details such as when you'll meet your partner, where you'll meet your partner, how to align yourself with your partner, and the ideal relationship of your dreams, you can now book a future partner reading with me directly through the description box below. You can also book an extended future partner reading with me as well that has a 6 or more card reading regarding, again, how to align yourself with your partner and the ideal relationship of your dreams. So you can check that out in the description box below and book a reading with me. Alrighty, Pisces, so this is a general reading and the messages may or may not resonate with you. If the messages do not resonate with you, please check your Moon, Sun, and Rising Sign videos. And you can also check all 3 videos in order to get a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. You can also cross-watch your romantic interests or your romantic partner's video as well. Alrighty, so excuse me, Pisces, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So I have here 3 cards for the overall energy. I did get some new cards recently, which I'm very excited about. So I now have, instead of 2 predictions, I have 3 for you. My readings have been a little long lately, so I have had to split them up in 2, which may happen in this reading as well. So, you know, we may have part 1 prediction and part 2 guidance. But what I'm going to do again is get into your theme, your predictions, and then I'll get into your guidance for the month of June in order to, you know, ensure the best outcome for you in your romantic relationship. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Pisces. So I hope you guys are all doing well this month. Okay, so regarding your theme and the overall theme of your love life during the month of June, I have here 3 cards. So I have here the card of romantic feelings, and this says, your feelings are real and worth exploring. I also have here a card of chemistry, and it says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. I also have here the card of deception. Say someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So I would like to say this before we really get into it all, Pisces. I do have some kind of challenging predictions here. However, as we move through the reading, you will see that, you know, everything looks like it's going to end up, you know, well, and everything is going to end up okay. So, you know, have no fear regarding the first predictions, because again, it looks like everything is going to work out in your favor. So let's just see how this works out. So again, it looks like you have romantic feelings towards somebody, and these feelings are real and worth exploring. If this is not speaking of your romantic feelings for a particular individual, this could be just speaking of your feelings regarding this person, or, you know, if it's not speaking of again, like your romantic attraction for a person or your romantic feelings for a person, it can be how you feel about this person, you know, how you feel about this relationship. For example, if you're having a challenging relationship where your feelings were not considered, this is saying that your feelings are real and worth exploring. So whether this be romantic feelings for another individual or this be your feelings about romance in general, this is saying, Pisces, that again, explore your feelings. You know, they are worth doing so. And then it looks like this could be exploring feelings or considering romantic feelings towards somebody who you do have a lot of chemistry with. with, because again, it looks like there's a strong magnetic attraction between you and another individual. But I do see here again some deception. So it could be that you are wearing a false mask in this relationship, Pisces, but it's likely that your significant other may be wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So this deception, I'm just hearing, can go in different ways. For example, for some of you, it could be deceiving yourself regarding this relationship, because again, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So for some of you, again, this is speaking of you having strong romantic feelings for somebody and there's chemistry and attraction there, but that other person may be deceptive. It could also be that, you know, you may be deceiving yourself regarding how you feel about this relationship or how you feel about this person, you know, so it could be some self-deception going on as well. You know, I need to address how it is that you really feel and explore, again, your feelings regarding this person, or your feeling regarding this relationship, or even your feelings regarding this chemistry. So let's go ahead and see how this theme presents itself moving forward with your predictions. But again, watch out for that deception, because I do see that that could be a factor in your relationship during the month of June. Or it could be for some of you that deception has already been a factor in your romantic life, and this is just a theme carrying over from previous months. So let's go ahead and get into your second spread here. And for your second spread, I have here the cards of commitment. I have here cage love, as well as devotion. On the top of the deck, I have here the cards of lust and victory. So I have lust and victory on the top. On the bottom of the deck, I have choice and together forever. Excuse me. So let me take a look at these cards together. So it looks like there's a situation where many of you may be making the decision or making the choice regarding whether you want to remain in a relationship or not. Because I have here the choice card. So the choice card says choice between two. Your heart already whispers the answer. Listen. And then I have here again, together forever. This love will continue always and forever. So again, some of you could be making the decision or making the choice regarding whether if you want to remain in a relationship or not. Some of you could also be, for example, choosing in between two partners, because if you see on this card, there's this woman and she's choosing between, you know, two lovers. She has two suitors here. So some of you could be choosing between two people, and spoiler alert, I do see here a third party in this situation. So many of you are dealing with the third party, or if you're not at this moment, you may be dealing with a third party towards the end of the month. That is possible, but let's go ahead and see how that works out. So I'm not going to jump ahead, but I just want to let you know I do see that energy here. So again, some of you could be dealing with two different people. Some of you may be making the choice regarding whether if you want to stay together forever in a particular connection with somebody. And I see here that this is a situation or a relationship where there could be again a lot of lust here. There could be a lot of lust. Did I show you guys these cards? I don't remember. But again, there could be a lot of lust here, but I do see victory. So let's see here. We have pure sexual energy sparks between you. Unleash the energy. So you could be in a romantic connection with somebody that there is a strong sexual attraction or, you know, pure sexual chemistry. And it looks like this aspect of the relationship, this connection could be, you know, a good aspect of the relationship, or even the main aspect of the relationship. So it could be purely a sexual relationship, or it could be, you know, a mostly sexual relationship or mostly physical relationship, as opposed to, you know, an emotional commitment. But again, it says, so we have victory. Divinely guided steps take you towards a successful outcome. So divinely guided steps are going to take you towards a successful outcome regarding this connection that, again, looks like it's for many of you, this could be a largely physical connection. You know, this is going to resonate with you all in different ways because this is a general reading. But again, for many of you, it looks like there's a lot of lust involved in this situation. So it looks like, you know, guides, you know, spirit, God, your higher powers will be moving you forward and, you know, providing you with the avenues and leading you, you know, in a way that will engender the best possible outcome for you. Divinely guided steps, again, take you towards a successful outcome. So that is very good. So I have a situation where, you know, this could be in the past for many of you. It looks like there was a strong commitment between you and another person, or it could have been that your relationship with this commitment card. I have this commitment card again, and it looks like your relationship moves to the next level of love and unity. So this could have been, you know, in the past, you had a strong connection or a commitment with somebody at some point. However, I have here in the center the Cage Love card. And the Cage Love card says, this love is an illusion, a trap. Give this love wings to fly. So when I see this Cage Love card, what I associate this with is, you know, it can be, you know, flying free, you know, leaving the relationship. You know, it does say give this love wings to fly. So for some of you, it could be, again, leaving the relationship, flying away from the relationship. But for others of you, this can just be speaking of allowing distance between you and another person, allowing some distance, because, you know, not doing so could create an unhealthy dynamic between you and this other person. For example, you know, codependency, or relying on this person too much, depending on this person too much, again, creating a codependent dynamic. So it is a good idea to give this love, give this individual, you know, wings to fly. Let there be some separation between you two in order to maybe look at the situation if you need to, or, you know, create a healthy dynamic between you two. So while you're separated, you can go and practice self-love, or however this resonates with you. But I do see here, so it could be that some of you are committed to somebody, but again, it says this love is an illusion, a trap, which does coincide with this deception card. And it could be, for some of you, it's in a relationship where there is a lot of devotion here, because we have this devotion card. And this says this love anchors you together. Nothing can separate you. So I'm taking this in different ways. For some of you, you know, there was a commitment to somebody who you were very devoted to. You know, there may be a need to fly away because, you know, this love is an illusion, a trap. So you're giving it wings to fly. Or it could be that by allowing space between you and your partner, that is allowing for a deeper devotion to each other, a deeper commitment. For example, you know, it's like absence makes the heart grow fonder, for example. You know, when we're up under somebody all the time, that's when we, for example, take them for granted, or, you know, the relationship is not exciting, versus, you know, when there's absence and we can come together with that person, you know, and feel the excitement of being with them, as opposed to feeling, you know, I'm thinking the kind of dull sensation of being with them all the time, for example. But again, I do have here this devotion card. So it could be saying that, you know, some of you, I'm feeling like, could be giving a particular love, you know, wings to fly. And it could be that, you know, there's a devotion that occurs with another person. But it does say this love anchors you together. Nothing can separate you. So for some of you, it could be that, you know, maybe there is some separation, or maybe there is a leaving, or, you know, some kind of distance between you and this person. However, you know, this devotion card is saying no matter what, you know, distance is there, or time that passes, say you do want to walk away from somebody, or, you know, move forward or something like that, you know, it's a saying that regardless of, you know, or it could be, you know what, for many of you are feeling like it could be that at this present time, there is separation. So there could have been a commitment. At this present time, there could be separation. Actually, that's what I'm picking up for many of you. At this time, there's separation. Moving forward, there will be devotion, and you two may be coming together, or again, there's devotion that will be exhibited between you two, or, you know, from your partner, or maybe on your behalf. For others of you, this devotion card could just be saying that, you know, because of the lessons that you learned with this person, it could be karmic lessons, you know, because of how you evolved from knowing this person can always have an effect on you, for example. So it could be that this love anchors you together because of what they brought to your life. That can be an example, or that can be an outcome as well. But again, for many of you, I'm feeling as though you may be making the choice to be with a person, to be together forever with the person, to be with the person or not, to come together with the person or not, to leave a person or not. And this looks like there's a lot of strong, you know, sexual energy in this relationship, but it looks like there will be victory here regarding what to do in this relationship, and you are being guided, you know, for the best outcome or to the best outcome. There has been commitment. Some of you guys may not be together with this person at this time, but moving forward, it looks like there will be some devotion between you two. Maybe, you know, if there is some isolation, maybe a reconciliation, maybe coming back together. But it does look like, again, it could be your partner devoted to you. It could be you remaining devoted to this partner regardless of being separated. So that is what I see here regarding you know, that spread. So I'll go ahead and get into your second prediction. Let me just lay these cards out in a way that I can see them for future reference if necessary. Okay, Pisces, so let's see here. Okay. So let's go into your second prediction. For your second prediction, I am using my personal Lenormand cards here. So for your second prediction, I have here the Clover, the Mice card in the center position, and the Tower card here. So I also have here on the top of the deck the Mountain card. On the bottom of the deck I have here the Rose. I have here Dorothy with the Rose. Okay, so taking these cards together, the first thing I can see with this Clover card here and this Tower card here that are both sixes. I know this does say 8 here on the bottom, the 8 of spades, but this is actually the 6 of spades. I made a little mistake there, but taking those two cards together, the 6 of diamonds and the 6 of spades, I can see that some of you are going to be dealing with, for example, some promises or some commitments regarding your romantic relationship. Somebody may be making a promise to you. There may be a commitment to you. Again, we have this commitment card. You may be making a promise or a commitment to another person, or again, that can just be a theme in some way. These two sixes also speak of, for example, somebody providing some answers or some reasoning behind something. However, because these are two sixes of different suits, it looks like there may be some carelessness involved. For example, somebody could provide a reason for something, and their reason is more or less, you know, just an act of carelessness, or, you know, there's carelessness somewhere involved in this situation. It could be not caring so strongly about a person, you know, this not caring, so, or somebody just being careless in their actions. So that can resonate in different ways. So let's see. So let's go here with this card here, the roads, the stairs, the roads. On my deck it's the roads because we have Dorothy here. So it looks like with this rose card, some of you could be making a big decision. You may be making a big choice. You could be looking at different options, for example, regarding your love life. So again, you could be making a choice, you know, the choice between the two. Both of these cards here are cards of making a choice and making a decision, you know. So again, it looks like some of you may be making a major decision during the month of June. This can also be signifying that some of you could be separated from somebody. There could be some separation, because that is what this card also signifies when it comes to romance, because this card can stand for infidelity as well. So it could be infidelity, you know, having two lovers, having two partners. It could be the decision to split. It could be, you know, making a major decision or making a major choice. So, you know, this will resonate with you all in different ways. But these are the things that this card signifies. So that can be, you know, somewhat of the foundation of this situation, because it is a card on the bottom here. So it looks like what is going on in your mind, or like what you may be aware of, is that you are experiencing some challenges in this situation with this Mountain card. The Mountain card stands for challenges, obstacles, you know, blockages, things like that, you know. So it could be literally somebody may be blocked, you know, for example, on social media, or, you know, their phone may be blocked. But this is, you know, usually signifying obstacles, challenges. But the good thing about the mountain card is you can work your way around the challenges depending on the actions that you take. So if this is the first part to your reading, I do, you know, I always do recommend, not even because you have challenges that you can go around, but in general, I will be giving you the guidance regarding this situation as to how to, you know, create the best outcome and what to do in order to bring about the best outcome. So again, we have this mountain card, excuse me if you're shaking the camera there, and the mountain card can signify, you know, being able to move around these challenges. So you may have challenges, you may have obstacles, but you can always move around the mountain. Again, some delays, some blockages and things like that. Somebody could be acting cold or distant as well. Somebody could be acting indifferent. Somebody could be in isolation as well. So that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's go into these three cards. So I see here, again, the Clover, the Mice card, and the Tower. So taking these cards together, let's go ahead and go. Okay, so we have this Clover card here. So this Clover card here is followed by, again, this Mice and this Tower card. So when the Clover card is followed by challenging cards, sometimes it can mean the return of deception in a relationship, or in, you know, in a situation, in any kind of situation. But that's interesting because we did get this deception card here. So again, this Clover card followed by the Mice, followed by the Tower. For some of you, this can mean a returning of some deception in your romantic relationships. So let's see how else this can resonate. So we have here the Mice card, and the Mice card, when it comes to romance, can mean, because this card stands for, you know, deterioration, a loss of some sort, you know, minimization. So for some of you, it could be that there is a loss of love in this romantic relationship, or there is a reduction of love. You know, love is shrinking, reducing, you know, or again, there is a loss there. For some of you, this can be speaking of an unstable situation in your love life, or this can also be anxieties or worries also, because this card also stands for having anxieties and worries. So some of you could be experiencing anxieties, and I just saw 22:31 on the clock. So again, many of you may be making some major decision, making a big decision, making a major decision choices. You may be seeking to bring balance into your love life, and this is going to cause you to move forward. You may be trying, you know, making a choice in order to progress, making a choice in order to move forward in your love life and attain a new beginning with somebody, or a new beginning in, for example, the energy in your love life. 23 on the clock. So again, making a decision, making a choice, bringing balance in order to, again, move forward, in order to progress and bring some very positive, you know, energy from Spirit, God, Universe into your romantic relationships. 23:14. So that is also a new beginning that can bring stability to you, security to you in your love life. So let's go back to these cards here. So again, this Mice card here, this can also mean a relationship that can be nerve-wracking, you know, racking your nerves. This can be, again, you know, shrinking, a loss of love, a deterioration of love. Or this can also be, some of you may be feeling drained in your romantic relationship, because some of you may be experiencing a relationship that is very, excuse me, I dropped my card here. Very confounding, or confining rather, very confining. You may find this relationship with this Tower card. For some of you, it could be that, okay, let's go to this Clover card. So this Clover card, when it comes to romance, you know, again, because it is the first card with these challenging cards afterwards, it can mean a return of deception in a situation. But this Clover card can also represent, for example, like we had that Lust card, that can be, you know, like one night stands or quick flings, you know, like hooking up with a friend, quick hookups or something like that. This can also be a reconciliation with somebody. So it could be, for some of you, a reconciliation. You know, there's been a separation, there's been challenges, and a reconciliation with somebody may be causing you worries regarding making the relationship official, or, you know, bringing power to this relationship. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a new opportunity that may bring you some worries. Again, regarding making this situation official. For some of you, there could be a new opportunity after some worries in a steady relationship, or a new opportunity, you know, new energy and unexpected surprise may occur. And this may be in a relationship that was unstable. And again, you may be making this official, or this may just be speaking of a, you know, very significant, a very grounded, stable, steady relationship. Some of you, if this is not, you know, a steady, sound, you know, grounded relationship, for some of you, it could be that, you know, it could be, again, these quick flings or something like that. Or this return of deception that is leading to the loss of love, or, you know, reduction of love, or leading to some worries and some anxieties that will be leading to some isolation as well. Because this card could be speaking of, you know, being alone. It's like you're on the top of this tower, you are by yourself here. So some of you can be, again, separating, because, you know, I have here this, this Rose card here, which speaks of separation, and then we have this card here, which speaks of isolation, you know. So it could be that for many of you. So some of you are either, some of you may be making a relationship official during the month of June. If not making a relationship official, you know, if that's not what resonates with you, then again, for some of you, there may be a loss of love that leads to an isolation, separating from somebody. So these are the different ways that this can go. Or again, there could be a loss of love or some worries and things like that in a steady relationship. Some of you may be feeling confound, or some of you may be feeling suffocated as well. So there's different ways that that can go. So let's see about the physical appearance here. So let's see, regarding the physical appearance, I'm seeing here somebody, so some of you may be dealing with somebody who, for example, may have blue eyes. It may be blue eyes with this, with these two cards here, because both of these two cards here can represent having blue eyes. So if it is not blue eyes, then with this card, there may be green eyes. So you may have green eyes, or hazel eyes, or the person you're dealing with rather may have green eyes or hazel eyes. But again, it's likely that many of you are dealing with somebody with blue eyes. This can also be somebody who is like happy-go-lucky, you know, optimistic, friendly. This person can also be a risk taker. This person can also be a gambler as well. This person can also be somebody who's funny, you know, a good sense of humor, a jokester, because this card, this clover card, could represent comedy. So you can also be dealing with somebody who, let's see, may have some type of gray or black or brown coloring about them. If you can imagine, if you guys have ever seen like a feeder rat or a feeder mouse or something like that, you know, the rats that, or even like a house rat, you know, it's like a lot of them, they have that dark back. So this stands for somebody with gray coloring, or again, black coloring, some kind of brown coloring about them. This can also be somebody who may have some kind of spots on them, some kind of pock marks, some kind of wounds, some kind of stretch marks, or something like that. This Tower card stands for somebody, let's see, this person is usually like tall, slim, you know, so some of you guys can be dealing with somebody who's tall at the very least, and this can be somebody who's tall and slim, but this card is usually somebody who is quite tall here. And then let's see, so I have also the stairs, and because this card is, you know, 2 or 22, this also represents somebody who may have, for example, different colored hair. For some of you, you could be dealing with somebody with salt and pepper hair, or this can be somebody with, like, you know, white and white or gray hair, for example. Or not all of you are dealing with somebody with different color hair, because, you know, this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate with you in different ways, but this is just what these cards are representing. So some of you, again, could be dealing with somebody, some of you could be dealing with somebody with a high ego, for example, with this card here. somebody who's ambitious. Also, some of you may be dealing with somebody who's ambitious. You may be, again, dealing with somebody, this could be somebody older for many of you. Many of you may be dealing with somebody older. This person can also be bald or balding as well, you know, thinning hair. This can also be somebody with gray eyes. So regarding eyes, I would say blue first, or green, hazel, or gray. You know, it can go in that order there. So that is what I see here. Again, somebody with multicolored hair. So this can be like brown hair and black hair, or blonde hair, like brown hair and blonde hair, or, you know, any kind of combination like that. So when it comes to the physical appearance, that's just what I'm seeing in these cards. But of course, this will not resonate with all of you, because, you know, this is for every Pisces in the world. So not all of you are dating somebody that looks the exact same, you know. If you would like to know the physical description of your, you know, future partner, you can always book a future partner reading with me through the description box below, and I will give you your personal, you know, description of your partner. Okay. Or your future partner, rather, or your future, you know, spouse. Okay, so moving forward here, so I have that. Okay, so let's go into your third prediction. So for your third prediction, Pisces, I am using my prediction cards here. So let's see what we have. Okay, so as I was shuffling the deck, I did have a card pop out of soulmate. So many of you are dealing with a soulmate energy, but it looks like during the month of June, a large theme, because I have her on the bottom of the deck, is a card of rejection. So many of you are going to either be dealing with some rejection, or a theme of rejection, or it could be that, you know, you may be rejecting somebody else may be rejecting you. So that's what I have here as a theme. Okay, so let's see here. Let's move forward. So I have here a situation where, for many of you in the past, it looks like there may have been some secrets in your relationship, or you were connected with somebody and there were some secrets here about, you know, somebody's happiness, or like somebody's love, how they are showing love. You know, it just looks like there was some kind of secret, you know, something not being shared, something not being explained or known within this romantic connection. But it could have been something, whatever the secret was, you know, something that made somebody very happy, something that somebody, you know, was very pleasing to somebody. So this can be your partner, this can be on your behalf, because this is your reading. But I see here that okay, let's go ahead and see the people here. Hold on, let's look into the people. So again, I have a soulmate. I'm seeing a past love and a divine union with them. So I see a past love where there's a strong emotional connection. I'm seeing here also a physical connection. I'm seeing here an older male for some of you. So you may be dealing with an older or more mature male, or you may be this older or more mature male. But I am seeing this male energy here a lot. I am seeing a karmic partner as well, and a third party. So again, some of you may be dealing with a third party situation, but I'm seeing here some strong love towards somebody. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So again, I'm seeing a situation here where somebody could have been learning something. So it was either like, you know, you could have learned about this secret from this past love. So in the past, there's somebody who you could have been involved with, and, you know, it could have been that the relationship ended, because I do have this past love card showing up here. So this is likely speaking about a previous partner for many of you. So it looks like with a previous partner, there could have been some secrets that somebody could have learned about. And this is in an emotional connection, but it looks like learning this information, or however this situation worked out, or however this situation panned out, it looks like this was a good outcome, or there could have been a good outcome here. So it could have been that you learned, for example, you may have learned something about maybe some secrets that a past partner maybe was doing some wrongdoing or something, because we do have this deception here. So it could have been maybe a past partner was engaging in some deceptive behaviors, and you learned about it, Pisces, and you're like, okay, well, it's all good. You know, now I can move forward. Now I don't have to deal with this, you know, BS or something like that. But I do see here that, you know, this learning about this situation regarding this past love could have brought about some good energy or a positive outcome here in some kind of way. You know, it could be that this emotional connection, you know, there was just a learning of something, learning of lessons, learning of something that you didn't know about this past love, regarding this past love. This past love could have learned something about you, because this can be the situation reversed for some of you. But again, it looks like that engendered a positive outcome here. So it looks like many of you on the other side of this may have had some conversations with either this past love, or I just see some conversation with someone regarding your connection, regarding your union, you know, talking to this soulmate, for example, or talking to this past love about your connection with each other. And I see here that some of you were in a situation where either you or this other person may have just split the situation because somebody ghosted the other person and isolated themselves. So again, we have this cards of isolation, you know. Again, we have a card here of splitting from somebody, splitting, isolation. You know, this is also being, you know, cold and distant, things like that. So again, it looks like there could have been some ghosting in this situation. So, you know, somebody could have been trying to reach out to the other person, and the other person just stopped communicating, just stopped reaching out, stopped calling, stopped texting, stopped emailing, no more carrier pigeons, you know, no more singing telegrams. There were no more messages exchanged from that person, you know, back and forth with that person, because it could have been a one-way kind of thing. That's what happens in ghosting situations. Or, you know, when somebody ghosts somebody, they just stop talking to them. And again, there's some isolation here from this physical connection. So it could have been that you guys may not have seen each other for a period of time. And I see here that some of you are in a you know, or a romantic connection, or you have a romantic interest in an older male, again, for some of you, or you could be this older male. If you are in same-sex relationships, you know, take this however this resonates with you, because this can also be the older partner, or this can be the more masculine energy or the more mature energy in your connection. So take that however it resonates with you. But I do see here a situation where it could have been this older male or this more mature male, this, you know, male energy here. May have caused or may have been feeling some hurt feelings. So somebody's feelings were hurt, either again because of this male. It could be for some of you that, you know, it could have been regarding, you know, the lust in this situation. So it could have been a lot of lust in this situation, you know, leading to some hurt feelings. For example, you know, say somebody did, you know, sleep with somebody else, or however this resonates. But and that's just for some of you, you know. But for a lot of you, it looks like right now you may be experiencing, or the other person, the other party may be experiencing some hurt feelings, maybe feeling, you know, neglected, maybe feeling abandoned, just maybe experiencing some unrequited love, which is causing some hurt feelings and causing some challenges. Again, I have a card of challenges in your love life. So you may be experiencing, again, some hurt feelings. The other person's feeling some hurt feelings because of these challenges, because of these obstacles, which are looking like, you know, are dealing with unrequited love on somebody's behalf. And, you know, that could be because of this ghosting. So somebody was ghosted, you know, there was isolation. So it could have been that this other person ghosted you. There was some isolation. You know, this other person could have isolated themselves from you. Or again, it could be the other situation, you know, it could be the other way turned around, you know, use your imagination, however it resonates. And this ghosting and isolation now, you know, is manifesting itself and looking like some unrequited love, and that is causing somebody to feel hurt, you know, to feel upset, to feel sad about this situation, again, because of these challenges in this connection. So on the other side of this energy, so this is either going to be in the first half of the month or whenever you're watching this, because you may be watching this later on in the month. So just on the other side of this energy. So for some of you, you know, this unrequited love and these hurt feelings could be the theme, or it could just be what you are experiencing right now in this connection. So I see here a situation where some of you are in a karmic partnership, and the purpose of a karmic partnership is to help us clear karmic debts. You know, it's to help us grow, help us evolve, you know, for better or for worse. So some karmic partnerships can be very challenging, because the purpose of this karmic partnership is to highlight and bring up, you know, things that need to be cleared, things that need to be worked through in order to move forward in a happier, healthier way when we connect with, you know, our divine mate. Karmic partnerships, you know, usually they have that type of energy. You know, they move us forward, they help us learn something, they teach us something, they help us grow, help us evolve again, so we can be the best partners we can be when it is time for us to be coming to a divine union or coming to a union with our divine mate. So some of you are in a karmic partnership. There's karmic energy here, and it looks like there may be some hidden feelings. So again, I saw some secrets back then. So it could be that this karmic partner is keeping some secrets. I'm sorry, not keeping some secrets, but oops, I just moved some cards here. Excuse me. So some of you could be, this karmic partner could be this past love. I do have a third party card here coming up. So for some of you, this can be another person. Just take this how it resonates with you. But again, I'm seeing here, somebody's keeping some hidden feelings. So it could just be within this partnership. It could be you, Pisces, keeping these hidden feelings. But I'm feeling as though for many of you, it is your significant other who's keeping these hidden feelings. And there may be something that happens that you are not expecting, like some surprise event that occurs regarding some unresolved issues. However, it looks like these unresolved issues may be taken care of because I do see some karmic lessons coming up. So, within the first half of the month here, I'm seeing a karmic partnership that's leading to some karmic lessons. So that looks, that looks all good to me, because it's like this karmic partnership is highlighting or focusing on unresolved issues, which can also bring about some karmic lessons. So it's like that's the way that karmic partners are supposed to, help us move along. They're supposed to teach us karmic lessons, And so I do see here again this male here. So I see here again, so it looks like this could be the same person for many of you. Maybe some of you are dealing with a twin flame and a karmic partner, because I do have here again this karmic partnership card, and I have here this third party card. So it looks like, again, some of you are going to be maybe resolving some unresolved issues because we have this karmic partner card that is coming up. So for some of you, I see here, okay, so actually, let me say this. So on the other side of that energy, so this can be, at different times for all of you. So it could just be, after this event happens or after these lessons are recognized, or this could be going towards the end of the month, for example, the last half of the month here. And I see that many of you, there has been a situation where there was some game playing in your romantic relationship, but it looks like there's going to be a new beginning following these playing games. So it could have been that somebody was playing games, and that could have been why this ghosting and this isolation was done, for example, or this unrequited love was shown because this person was playing games. And the interesting thing is that is so true, because it is so often that, the interesting thing is when we are in a romantic connection with somebody, or it can even be a friend or whoever it is, but when we are in a connection with somebody and we're getting to know them, and all of a sudden they ghost us and they isolate, even though they're planning on engaging with us, so it's different in situations where somebody ghosts somebody and is like, look, get out of my life, I never want to talk to you again, I'm moving on, move on yourself. That's different from somebody who you may be in a connection with and that person ghosts and isolates themselves, because a lot of the time people do that, and that's where this deception comes in. A lot of the time people do that in order to bring up fears in us, or bring up issues of abandonment, or just bring up our primal need, our need as human beings. We all have an innate need to feel recognized, to feel acknowledged, to feel important, to feel like we matter. And when somebody does things such as ghosting somebody that they care about, for example, to punish them, or they want to show that person something, they're doing it because they want to make that person feel some type of way. And they do that so they can make that person feel fear, or they do that so they can make that person fear that the person is abandoning them, because it brings up issues of abandonment. So it may be leading the other person to feel like they're being abandoned, which is going to cause them to react, in a certain way, and cause them to go closer towards that person, or it just plays with people's emotions. So it's like sometimes people do that, which is, just awful, because again, it's a manipulative tactic in order to, excuse me for shaking the camera again. It's a manipulative tactic done in order for, somebody to bring somebody to them as opposed to showing love and, being their true authentic self and giving and receiving love, they do that in a way that is to manipulate a person's emotions, causing them to feel fear, causing them to feel unloved, causing them to feel unimportant and unacknowledged, which then leads them to reach out to the other person. You know, there's a difference. So, you know, if somebody's playing games anyway, I do see here, you know, that there will be a new beginning coming to this situation. And it looks like this situation is destined. The situation is fated. So the events that occurred in this situation were fated in order to, again, bring about the best outcome, the best lessons. 4446 on the clock. So a lot of stability. There's going to be a lot of angelic healing coming to you during the month of June that will bring some happiness, some harmony, and some joy to you. Okay, so that's what we have there. Some angelic healing, 45 on the clock. So some stability after some changes coming, bringing, again, a lot of, you know, high energy, positive energy to your love life. So let's move forward. Let's go ahead and go back to this prediction. So again, I see here a situation where, you know, somebody's playing games, but there's going to be a new beginning to that. And it looks like the situation has evolved, just like I just saw in my mind's eye, the wheel card in the tarot. You know, the wheel card, which is, you know, card number 10. It's like an ending, a new beginning, you know, it's a cycle, you know, things were bad. Now they're good. You know, it's a cycle there, but it looks like there's some slow movement that is going to occur in this relationship. So it could be that, you know, your connection comes together slowly, or this new beginning, rather. To me, it looks like this new beginning is going to come along, and it's going to take its time, you know, as if it was a person and it had that ability. But, you know, it's going to move about in a careful way, in a slow way. It could be because of a third party situation, because I do see here a third party. So again, it could be because of a third party situation causing the relationship to move slowly. It could be maybe because of the other person and their involvement in a third party situation, which is causing, for example, you know, some hesitancy, some trepidation on your behalf. You may be feeling a little skittish regarding engaging in this relationship right away because of that kind of energy for some of you. Some of you could be involved with a third party. Some of you may be, for example, seeking advice from a third party, but I do see here an outside energy that will be maybe slowing down the movement in your romantic relationship, or just affecting the relationship in some way. But I do see here a very positive outcome, because it looks like this new beginning is going to bring success into your love life. So this new beginning is going to bring a positive outcome, and you may be feeling as though you may have attained, or, you know, you're going to have a success with somebody who you feel as though is your true love. So you're going to have success again with true love at the very end of the month, or again, whenever this resonates with you, but at the end of this energy here. So again, I do see here a new beginning. I feel like there's going to be some evolving regarding the circumstances of your relationship. And at the very, very end here, we have here some success. So before, where there was ghosting and isolation and hurt feelings and unrequited love, you know, we do have karmic lessons. We have moving forward. We have success with the true love, however this resonates with you. So my lovely Pisces friends, these are the predictions that I have for you regarding your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. So I will be bringing you your guidance here, because I have a whole, you know, that's not the end of your spread here. That's not the end of your reading. So I do have part 2 of your reading that will be right on the other side of this. Go ahead and check it out, because again, you know, the outcome, the positive outcome in the relation, or in your romantic connections, you know, our positive outcomes in our love lives, they are dependent and contingent upon our, or depending, you know, and contingent upon our actions and what we do, because we all have free will, and we could do something that can, you know, create a not so good outcome, or we can behave in a way that brings about, you know, something better than we expected, or something we can never expect. So, go ahead and check out the second part to your reading, which will be right on the other side of here, and also post it in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope that I was able to provide you with some useful predictions regarding your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. Please thumbs up and like this video. If the messages resonate with you, please comment, please share, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so again at my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app, www.instantgo.com/ Power Life Hypnosis. Both of those links are in the description box below. And again, if you are single and would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details, you know, very specific details as to when you'll meet this person, where, what they look like, and I do have some other information in this reading that I actually don't share, but there are more details regarding this person, how to recognize them, and how to align yourself with the ideal relationship of your dreams for future long-term happiness and fulfillment. You can go ahead and book a future partner reading with me or an extended future partner reading with me through the description box below now. So go ahead and check that out. Alrighty, so I love you all, and I will see you here right on the other side of this reading for part 2. Go ahead and check that out. Mwah. Love you, Pisces.